Pooh's honey hunt. One day, in a 100-acre wood, Winnie the Pooh and some of his friends had gone to Pooh's house and played together all morning. They told stories, they played games, and they sang songs. "I wonder what we should do now," said Pooh. Think, think, think. He looked as if he was very concentrating, very hard. "You really don't have any ideas, Pooh?" asked Piglet. "Wait," said Pooh. "Maybe I do." "What is it?" asked Piglet hopefully. "My idea is that I always get my best thoughts while I'm eating honey," said Pooh. "So why don't I have a little snack, and then I'm sure I'll think of something." "Well, let's find you some honey, then," explained Christopher Robin. "But I don't know how to find honey," said Piglet. "Hunting for honey is not something Tiggers do best either," agreed Tigger. "We might not have to hunt for it," said Christopher Robin. "Pooh, do you have any honey here in the house?" "As a matter of fact, I think I do, Christopher Robin," answered Pooh. "All right then, everyone," said Christopher Robin. "Let's start our search in the cupboards." "Good thinking," replied Pooh. "If I were honey, that's the very place I would be." So Pooh opened up the cupboard and everyone took a peek. "Goodness gracious, Pooh!" exclaimed Piglet. "Ho, ho, ho! I've never seen such a mess of honey pots," said Tigger. "Really, Pooh? So many pots? What do you need that many for?" asked Christopher Robin. "I never know when I might get a rumble in my tummy," answered Pooh. "I try to always be prepared for such an occasion by keeping lots of honey around. It's just that honey never seems to stay around." "Well done, Pooh," replied Christopher Robin. "It looks as if that planning ahead worked. There should be plenty of honey here for you to snack on." So the friends looked through all of the Pooh's jars. When they were done, Christopher Robin said, "Pooh, there's barely honey in any of these pots." "Well, I guess we'll have to go hunting for honey after all," Christopher Robin replied. "We all need help," agreed Piglet. "I guess my tummy has been very rumbly lately," said Pooh with a smile. "Oh, bother. What should we do now?" "Why don't we take some hunting tools to help us?" suggested Christopher Robin. Everyone agreed, and this was a splendid idea. It all settled then. "We'll run home, grab our tools, meet back here in a little while." "Please hurry, my tummy's getting more rumbly by the minute," said Pooh. Then suddenly he remembered something. "Wait!" he called out. But everyone had left. "Oh, bother," said Pooh. "I had something else to tell them." Soon Piglet arrived at Pooh's door pulling a cart full of honey hunting tools. "Phew!" exclaimed Piglet. "I sure hope I've brought enough." Why, Piglet, said Pooh, opening the door. What's all that in your cart? I wasn't sure what to bring, Pooh, replied Piglet, so I brought everything. Do you think any of it would help? Well, actually, Pooh began, but Piglet was so excited he didn't wait for Pooh to finish. I brought a pinwheel to blow the bees the way, he said briefly, a scarf to wrap round your face to protect you from the bee stings, an umbrella in case it rains, and just then Tigger came bouncing up with his own cart full of honey hunting tools. Hey-de-ho, shouted Tigger. Hello, Tigger, said Pooh. I just about to tell Piglet that I wasn't exactly sure what we would need, buddy. Boy, Tigger interrupted. So I just brought all this stuff. Never been on a honey hunt before. What's in your wagon, Tigger? Asked Piglet. I brought a tennis racket to swat the bees with, a teapot for making some tea later to go with the honey, a balloon to help you get up the tree, some spare wheels in case one of the wagon wheels breaks, and a few other odds and ends, Tigger replied. But Tigger, Piglet, we don't really need any of those things, explained Pooh. Tigger was disappointed. I'm sorry, old buddy, he said. I tried my very best to come up with something. Me too, agreed Piglet. I suppose I should have explained earlier how I hunt for honey, said Pooh. Do we need to find some different tools? Wondered Piglet. We don't need any tools at all, announced Pooh. You mean Piglet and I brought all these stuff and we don't even need them? Asked Tigger. I'm afraid so, Pooh admitted. Well then, old buddy, tell us, how do you hunt for honey? Asked Tigger. Just then Christopher Robin came walking up the path. So is everybody ready to go honey hunting? He asked. Tigger and I brought a whole bunch of stuff for the hunt, explained Pooh, but after talking with Pooh, it seems we don't need any of it. So what do we need for the honey hunt? Asked Christopher Robin. My tummy and some empty pots, replied Pooh. What? Exclaimed Tigger and Piglet. When I hunt for honey, explained Pooh, I just follow my tummy. It always gets me extra loud, rumbly, when honey is nearby. Okay, so now we know how we'll find the honey, said Piglet. But how will we bring it home? We could use a net, I think. I have one in here somewhere, said Tigger. Began to dig excitedly through his wagon. But the honey will pour right through the holes, Piglet pointed out. All we need are honey pots, said Pooh. I just reach into a tree, scoop out the honey and put it into the pots. Then taste a little, of course. But that's so easy, explained Tigger. Why didn't I think of that? 'Cause you're not a Pooh Bear, replied Christopher Robin. Everyone laughed and began to pile Pooh's empty pots into a cart. Then off they went, listening extra closely for Pooh's tummy to rumble its way straight to some honey. P.S. And that's how Pooh and his friends spent the afternoon, after wondering what they would do next.